All right, last segment of the night. I know we hit the hour mark, lost a couple people. All good. We're gonna do another game. Everybody get the pen out, get the paper ready. Moving on to the Lakers topics, folks. We are moving on to the Los Angeles Lakers part of the show. And the name of the game is the shit show meter. We're going to keep this as a recurring meter. Maybe Mari will bless us with some. We don't need graphics for that. That would be a little too visual, the shit show meter. But
just the poop emoji.
Right, just the poop emoji, right? We're going to do a rating 0 to 100. 0 being this is all the media making up stories. The Lakers are fine. We are winning the NBA championship this season. 100 being I just purchased a nice 2-bedroom, 1-bath condo in hell so that I can at least be a homeowner and not be paying rent because the Lakers season has all the way imploded and this is the worst thing in the world. So 0 being everything's fine. 100 being I'm getting comfy in the hell that we're in. Oh boy, Omar.
81. I like that.
You like the symbolism in that?
Yeah.
60, 73, 80. Okay, we're gonna work our way from the bottom. D, talk to me, sister.
I mean, you know what? I tried to ask the basketball gods for them to shut all the noise out for this team, to be quite honest with you, because I feel like the media is just fucking amplifying everything. I get it. Back in the day, you know, everyone used to do it, but I think now with like bigger access, it just amplifies it 100 times more. I'm not gonna sit here and stand one player. Because if you know me, like, you know what I'm not about that. I don't care about the name on the back of the jersey. I care about the Lakers, right? So when I feel like looking at the team, we've seen spurts to where we have really good ball movement, right? When they're in sync, we do have good ball movement. Defensively, we have the cohesion there when we need to have it. It's there. Now, I feel like there is some disconnect somewhere along the lines. I'm not going to sit here and say it's Russ. I'm not going to sit here and say it's the front. Everyone and their moms has to be held accountable. That's just from the top down, right? Even the water boys probably have something to do with this. I don't know.
Wow.
But
making the right flavor Gatorade.
Now the water boys are false. Lakers Nation will slander anybody. So
honestly, no. But I feel like we do have hope. I just don't know what it's gonna take, to be quite honest with you, for us to comfortably say, all right, we're gonna get to the first round. We're gonna handle our business. You know what I mean? Because there is a disconnect, but I personally do not want to give up on this team. I don't, because I feel it inside of me that we have it. We have what it takes, but we just need.
He's got a feeling, everybody. Here we go. Let's go. I'm here for hunches and intuitions.
Like, they have to understand their roles. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not asking them to all come out the next half of the season to say, well, I'm going to play the whole entire 40 whatever game minutes we play, whatever. But step on the court with one thing in mind: know your role and help your boys out. That's it, right? We got to take it one game at a time. We're not in the luxury to say, oh, well, we got a 10 game cushion that we can fumble a couple games here and there. No. You want to act like you want to play in the playoffs, you got to make the playoffs start today. So that's going to take it one game at a time. That's going to take every single possession. And that's all 5 guys on the court have to understand their role when it comes to it. So I really, really believe if they all are bought in and they understand their role, take out the noise of the drama, especially on fucking Twitter, what all these little people are saying here and there, blah, 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 I'm telling you, stirring up the pot. They have to just put their head down and grind, and just take it one play at a time, one game at a time. And I feel like if they do that and they trust each other, we'll be good.
That's good. I like that. Kind of just, gotta lean in when stuff's falling off the rails. So that is our optimistic resident Late Night Lake Show fan, D.
Yeah, I'm
the Lakers can pull it together. Let's start ranking up. Mari, you said 80, my brother, and I was in 81, so maybe we could play off each other for a moment or so. Are you confident that the Lakers can figure it out this season and make a run into the playoffs?
I think our ceiling this year is literally just making it out the first round, if that, because Bron and AD, and then even AD ain't gonna be here for the rest, maybe 4 to 6 weeks. But Bron and AD in the playoffs are good enough to get us to the finals. It's just that supporting cast. You know, you can take it how you want to take it, Russ or whatever. They're the ones gonna have to step up to get this team there. Because Bron and AD, we've seen them, and they can get us to the finals. Them two alone, right there. But it's just the supporting cast that can they step up, like D said. Like, can they just step up? Because right now I'm not seeing it.
And to piggyback off of what you're saying right there, you said LeBron, AD, and the supporting cast. Russell Westbrook is in the supporting cast bucket, and while everybody's over the whole how much is he getting paid and stuff like that, he's getting paid like a leading actor, right? So it should be the three of the four horsemen of the apocalypse, whatever analogy you want to do. It should be a 3-man weave of one person's out, you still fucking in trouble. Okay, now the other person's out, you still in trouble. Okay, now 2 of the 3 are out. Now the main person just about to cook. And the Lakers, they're like, as a statement, do not have that in Russell Westbrook. Now, whose fault is it that Russell Westbrook is not a different Russell Westbrook? I think that you can start splitting up the blame pie there. But at the end of the day, Russell Westbrook is playing exactly how he's always played. I mean, he did say that he was going to make adjustments for the betterment of the team. That meant just not really participating in the scoring portion. Like, is there like a correlation between, if we're going to get a more scoring distributing rush, we're just going to get a 2-for-1 ratio on turnovers or just dumbass plays? Like, I think that's where my biggest issue in all this is the Lakers don't have the resources to be a very competitive team outside of LeBron and AD, because those resources were used in an asset that is not performing at the needed output. Not that, we're asking Russ to be God, but the level of player we need in the third best player on the Lakers needs to be closer than what Russ is putting out right now. Because honestly, the Lakers' third best player is who? Malik Monk?
Probably, yeah.
Austin Reeves.
No, Austin Reeves.
Somebody not named
Austin Reeves and Malik Monk are 3A and 3B.
So and that's not good, Your Honor. That's not going to work. So please, Omar and Kwame. No, Kwame, you're up next because you weren't at 100. Omar, we're saving you for DEFCON.
I was at 73, but honestly, the more y'all talking, the more I realized my number was slowly going up. It was just amazing. I mean,
don't ruin my optimism.
I think I'm up to 86 now.
Yeah, I might be. I'm sniffing 100, man. I might be right next to Omar because, like, hey, when you really think about it, you got the media that's out here stirring up all the drama. You got the owner who employs people that she's just friends with rather than true basketball minds, and her pockets aren't the deepest. Our president of basketball operations, GM, out here apparently lying about everything. Magic was out here talking about, hey, Rob, don't trust him, he be lying. And he's sitting up at press conferences. There was alignment between me and LeBron and AD, the stars. There was alignment that we didn't need to make a trade during the deadline. Doesn't seem right. We got the media leaking that Klutch was upset that they didn't make the trade for John Wall. And then, Stephen A jumps on First Take saying, Rich Paul told me to say that ain't happened. So we got Rob out here lying. We got Klutch mad that now Rob's lying. Then you got Bron out here making crazy quotes. You got Russell Westbrook playing like me on an NBA court. The roster construction is filled with a bunch of old men that aren't going to do and, honestly, like, I think this is the problem that, when we look at it retrospectively, this is the issue with our talent. We had people that are more or less established in the league. We didn't have a lot of youth. if I'm 30 years old, I am not diving on the floor. I'm not doing the hustle plays every game. I'm just not. Like, you kind of pass that phase of your career. And that's probably where we lack the most. We don't rebound very well. We don't win the 50-50 balls. Like, these old guys aren't out there to do that, man. They're just there to do what they need to do and then go ice their knees on the bench. And I think that's what we've seen. And that's why the effort is so consistent, because you have people that are not in that stage of their career where they feel like they still got to make it. You know, young players play like they got to make it. Melo's, you know, he's a, you know, top 75 player of all time. He's not diving on the floor for loose balls. He'll give up 40 offensive rebounds and, you know, grab one and scream, you know, I got to get the fuck out of here. It's crazy. It's like, bro, they just got 12 offensive possessions.
I hope he's doing well.
Again, there's a lot of things in my mind that are going on. Kendrick Nunn, we will never see that man play. I'm convinced. I don't think we're ever seeing that brother play. There's a lot of things going on here, and like I said, there's enough blame to go everywhere. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can blame the people who brought in Russ, but Russ, bro, you gotta play, dog. Like, at the end of the day, like, you have to play. If we were getting the version of Russell Westbrook, we probably all thought at the beginning of the summer, like, okay, this should work well. He is not doing any of that. This is probably the worst anybody has seen him play, like, ever, and it's really, really bad. So he's got to dig deep and figure it out. You know, LeBron and AD are doing their thing, but again, the accessory pieces they don't necessarily fit the greatest, but hey, we're stuck with what we got. We got to finish the season, but we know our coach is crazy. He doesn't know what he's doing out there. But we've known this for several years.
Impractical Joker's ass coach.
We've known that
the fact that we haven't mentioned the coach till now.
Oh, right, it's crazy. But hey, that's how escalated this has gone. And for the first 3 months, it was just the coach. Now it's from the coach, the owner, everybody. So everybody's got their hand in the fire, and we got to figure it out.
Kwame, you sound like you're at 100.
I think I just hit it.
All my talking points. It's at 27.
Like I said, the more and more I was listening to y'all, I was like, nope, we're cooked. It just kept escalating. So yeah, I think my head's at the ceiling at this point.
And the thing is, I know you're next, Omar, but the thing is, what also scares me is that the Lakers front office has never been a rebuilding front office. They're always a win now front office. So after Bron leaves or retires, and we have just AD, what's next?
What's next?
Endless suffering.
Right. You sit, you pray, you wait for the next superstar.
Exactly.
But dog,
I feel like
easy.
I feel like that's what a lot of people get wrapped up in, is like the next move, and you don't know what the next move is. You know what I mean? Like, especially with this team, like, everyone is so, like, don't take this as our content, but like, I feel like everyone is so wishy-washy. You don't know if everyone's about to make a left and then someone's gonna make a right. You know what I mean? So when people are like, "Oh, what is the future of the Lakers?" Fucking no, we don't. Like, and that's just the reality of it. Like, we don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know if magically hypothetically, Damian Lillard comes to LA. You know what I mean? We don't know if Kendrick Nunn comes up on the court and is the one magical thing that we want to do. You know what I mean?
Never
like,
heard of him.
And that's one of those things that, like, I feel like a lot of people get wrapped up in with, like, oh, what is our 6-7 years down the road gonna look like? Homie, like, there's like half of the cats that are gonna be on our team probably aren't even in the league yet. Like, relax. Let's focus in the now, and like possibly what's gonna happen this coming during the summer and stuff, because that's all we can actually control. You know what I mean? Not us, but like,
I think it's hard because, like, if you're a superstar, let's just say hypothetically, any of us in this, you know, this group chat right now, if you a superstar and you've seen this bumbling group that we call the Lakers front office, you trying to play for them?
Nope.
I don't know. That's
take the grind. Take the grind.
I mean, hey, the jersey is dope. Hey, there's a lot of legacy and history in the jersey.
Not them Nike jerseys.
The city's nice.
That's fair. But if you got, you know, clowns up there, you got Boo Boo the Fool and Bozo up there running it, are you really trying to be a part? I don't know. So, like, what are we doing? Like I said, there's only so much that legacy and, you know, history can carry you. If there's, like, just straight, like, incompetency in the front office, who wants to be a part of that? I don't care what your name is, who you are. That's a factor you got to consider when joining a team if you're going to be a franchise player. So some changes need to happen in the front office, But obviously, the team is the quickest thing. My biggest thing is the team's inability to make any changes. Like, we ain't changing the coach. We ain't changing no players. We're just sitting here talking about a buyout. Who wants to come play for the 9th seed Lakers, bro? Like, if I'm a buyout player, I'm going to a team that is at least in the hunt. We're out here on the island we're outside of the club trying to get in.
We couldn't even get Tristan
Thompson. No.
We couldn't even get Tristan Thompson.
What do you mean, Kwame? What do you mean? What do you mean? Ain't nobody just gonna come to the Lakers as a nice seed, man? What are you talking about at this point, bro? Do you not know? Do you not see the sunshine? Do you not see the rainbows, my dude? Huh? What you mean? Why would somebody come to the 9th seed Lakers? Why would you not come to the 9th seed Lakers, bro? That means you only have what, like 17 more games left in your season, right? Maybe 22. You know what? Lakers gonna get the best views in the play-in tournament. That count for somebody marketing and branded? Don't you think shoe companies would like to see the Lakers on TNT every night over NBA TV for one series? That don't matter to you, dog.
Hey, if I'm a superstar, I'm good, bro. Or not even a superstar, just a buyout player, like a player that still got something to offer those in a lose. Imagine going from a losing situation to a losing situation. Like, it's linear. At that point, why would you give up money, leave money on the table in a buyout to play with a bunch of losers?
I'll tell you right now,
great plan.
Like you tell me all the time, Kwame. You tell me all the time, man. You said folks be bringing, they and nothing against it, right? Folks, and I ain't even going to use that analogy. I ain't trying to get cooked real quick. The only thing that I want to know, bro, ain't it better being in the po house where it's sunny every day versus where it's cold? Some of these players, man, they live in cold states. They don't want to be out there like that. I know Tristan Thompson went to Chicago. I know Goran Dragic went to the Brooklyn Nets with their 19 million guards. But don't stop the Lakers' exceptionalism, bro. Don't say that it's dead, okay?
If your vacations go start at the same time, you can go to somewhere tropical. You can go to Aruba. Exactly. You can go to Turks and Caicos.
It's a pandemic too. Everyone's indoors.
So yeah, this is where I'm at right now.
It's not good. It's not great, Bob. It's not great.
I'm here. This is what I'm feeling.
Cool.
Kwame has joined me.
Yep.
Let's go.
I'm fully wherever Omar.
Can you send me that?
I've joined Omar, so
man, I don't even know how to follow that up.
Hey, say what you
bring us home, Omar. Bring us home. Man. What's our thoughts? You could dive into anything about this with the Los Angeles Lakers right now.
I think that so I think the biggest thing for me, right, is that we have, arguably one of the greatest basketball players to ever play basketball. And this is probably one of, or maybe he has another season left in his prime that we are wasting away. And I get it, right? You mentioned like in the future, Lakers exceptionalism, we can get other free agents and all that fun stuff.
We have LeBron.
We have LeBron James, right? LeBron James, right? So I like and it starts from the top, right? We just made so many mistakes, and it's like literally like the Spider-Man meme of everyone finger pointing, and it's like a bunch of high school faculty members, like just drama, like ridiculously. It makes no sense. We have no flexibility to make any roster moves. Like we were doing the trade deadline spaces. We had the biggest spaces on Twitter, and there was not one trade that we could report on or talk about. We're talking about other teams trying to make moves and get better.
Keep going. I'm just
two, we have drama, right? On top, we have no money. Ricky's killing it. With
some of my safety.
Okay, well, going back.
On top of that, the roster construction made no sense. We added DeAndre Jordan. The Brooklyn Nets had to pay the Detroit Pistons to take him on and send picks, and we decided to add a player who does not belong in the NBA
and start him. That's crazy.
20 games.
Don't get me started with that, man.
He's still on the team. I thought he was going to be gone by February. I thought he was going to be
not even
gone.
like a consultant.
Also, why is Kim Bazemore still here?
And Avery Bradley.
Questions that need answers for 1,000, please. We need answers. Why is Avery Bradley still on the team?
He played good enough to get that contract, and then just went nowhere after that.
Wayne Ellington is warming the bench right now. He does nothing. We have
Avery
5 players on the team who do
swag.
nothing.
According to Frank Vogel, he's got swag.
The one player that had swag, we traded him away for the with the Cavs, and they
Had
look
to get
like
Swaggy Jr.
Yeah, they look like a contending team.
Dog, we literally the Warriors threw Avery Bradley in the dumpster, and we dove in that bitch like we dolphin dove in the dumpster he was in, resuscitated him, and
Took
said
a cannonball
and started him.
I have no idea what conversations happened in the front office where they think, okay, we can keep on adding combo guards, not add wings when we know wings are the way to go. Like if you look at any contending teams, they have like 5 or 6 wings because that's how the NBA is played right now. It's all small ball. We do not want to accept modern offensive principles. We want to play 2 bigs. We're in hell. I'm in hell.
Hey, Frank said we have a lot of wings.
And my thing is also
it's not just Frank. It was Frank. We promoted our shooting coach to be an assistant coach. None of the players can shoot. We're the worst free throw shooting team in the league. And we decided to promote him to be an assistant coach? How does that make sense?
At the same time, that's nothing new with the Lakers. That's been the same. That's been the thing since Byron Scott was the coach. We just can't shoot free throws. And whoever comes to this team just can't shoot free throws all of a sudden.
I know.
Or typically shoot in the building. That's also a big fact.
Mari, can you explain to me why Anthony Davis can't shoot a fucking free throw anymore? He averaged 80% at the free throw line. Nothing's changed.
Now
it's still the same distance.
No, AD. What happened with AD is he won a ring. That's what happened to AD. He won a ring.
Complacent AD, eh? Like, no longer got that drive, eh?
You can see in his he's been playing well. He came back from injury this year, but before that, you can see that AD doesn't care no more. He's just why is he out in the mid range on a 6'3" point guard who's guarding him,
making their job easy to guard him. Let a tall dude play on the perimeter. That's making the guard job easy.
He's just not playing with the same fire and mindset like he was in 2020.
Speak on it.
It's just like
I'm not even gonna put on the glasses for this one. I can't even defend it. Anthony Davis, when LeBron says that AD got his fire back when he returned from injury.
I saw that though. I saw that a little bit.
Sure,
right?
Sure. Yeah,
why
yes,
did it
yeah,
leave?
Yeah. Why in the Jesus Christ superstar did it ever leave the building? Like it should be Anthony Davis's insides should be Kwame's backdrop at all times, bro.
Burning.
And you know what? Maybe that's selfish of me to think that folks are built like that, where the fire is always burning. You know, there's people that climb mountains all the time. There's folks that make it their bucket list to climb a mountain, and then there's folks that climb their first mountain and say, I got to do 19 more of these motherfuckers by the time I'm 50. I think folks like LeBron, Kobe, you know, I'll even throw people like Steph and Giannis in there with that unquenchable thirst of just, run it back. Not everybody has that DNA. And once you win a championship for your dream team, that's just like if you played for the Packers and he won a Lombardi trophy. Like, I think some people are fine with getting to the mountaintop and saying, I'm good. I'm good here. And I think if LeBron wasn't on this team being the A to his B, I don't know what the state of the Lakers would be. I don't know what the state of the Lakers are going to look like when LeBron retires and it's the Anthony Davis show. This is why we say we don't know what the next move is for the Lakers coming up in the future, because it really comes down to superstars, as it always has. Lakers are a superstar franchise. One thing that they haven't done necessarily well is take care of role players. Historically, they kind of go by the wayside. They spend the money on the big dogs, keep rotating, shuffling the deck every time. We're seeing right now with a LeBron James on the back 9 of his career and an Anthony Davis who got a taste of that sweet nectar, but is also still constantly banged up. It's not leading to a good combination, along with the wrong choice of the trio for the Three Musketeers has led the Lakers into this situation. Omar, you're so upset he left.
D, it looked like you got something to say, man. Go ahead. Say what you need to say. Let's go.
For the record, I don't care about anyone's opinion. I've already told you guys this all the time.
Hey, pop off.
I feel that Anthony Davis, he's probably one of the best big men to play if and when he has it on. And that's given, right? Like when he's down there, no one can fucking stop him. Like no one. My issue is once they came back from 2020 and we won the ring, I don't know if maybe Hollywood got to his head. I don't know if his new best friend was probably like his
I'm gonna just say this:
the
single
ego.
AD
The
is
ego,
better than
like
married AD.
the ego, if the people that he's hanging around with maybe just got to him. So he's like, oh, you know what? I'm like that cool kid in high school. I ain't gotta do shit no more. It is what it is. So if I want to step on the court and I'm gonna do it, then I'm gonna handle business. If not, all right, it is what it is, and I'm not gonna play. You
Because
know,
he's still with the cool group.
exactly. And I feel like there's somebody in the cool group that has affected him in a negative mindset. I'm not going to name names.
Name them. Let's do
I'm
it. Just throw the name out. Why?
Just
Hey,
give
hey,
one
this is a
name.
therapy session. Just go ahead. Hey, throw the name out. Let's hear it.
to be 110%, I feel like LeBron got to his ego. And that's just the way I see it, because the way Anthony plays when he has that fire, it's there. You know what I mean? But there's certain things that I see in AD when he's not having a good game that I see in other players on the team, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense as to why you're playing the way you're playing, whatever, right? And I feel like it comes down to like if he really like he can, and I feel that he can be the face of the franchise if healthy. And if he understands his role as a big man and just fucking dominate everybody. But I think that Hollywood got to his head. And that's probably why it turns on and off. Right. Like, and I feel like if we take the Hollywood aspect out of it, I feel like he can dominate and he really can be the best big man. And he should punk around freaking Giannis. He should punk around Joel Embiid. Like, it pisses me off when I see them and they literally just fucking feast on him. And I'm like, why? Like, bro, why? Like, get up on them. You know what I'm saying? But maybe it's just because I really, really like Anthony Davis as a player.
So I'm curious. Let me ask you this real quick. Do you think that AD is taking the LeBron approach of just coasting through the off season, and like how LeBron's like, you know, hey, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And that's kind of diminished AD's, you know, day-to-day passion. And, you know, now he's more playing for, you know, hey, we're in the playoffs, then I'm gonna go crazy. But regular season, let me just sleepwalk through.
Let me do me. Yeah, 100%.
Okay. We can't have two stars just coasting through the regular season.
No,
no, that's facts, and I think that's the biggest thing. To your point, Mari.
No,
we have to have at least one. I mean, we have 3 stars. Well, two stars. And
no, we got two.
We got two. That's it.
But we have 2 stars, and of course, we give LeBron the benefit of the doubt because of his age now. He ain't gonna be the same guy he was even 3 years ago when he was in Cleveland. His last year in Cleveland, he isn't even that. So when we're talking about having AD, he's there to pick up LeBron, but he hasn't been doing that. I mean, yeah, he's been hurt too, but at the same time, before he was hurt this year, like you said, how you gonna let Karl Anthony Towns go around the paint? Like,
yeah, there's some pride stuff where it's like I need AD to just go out and dominate off of GP. Like, don't get up for some matchups because you know you like to eat Jokic's lunch every time that you guys play each other. Don't get up for an Embiid matchup because you know he's regarded as the best big man in the East and is very much your counterpart right now in the league. Like, I think AD kind of just has the demeanor of a little bit of blending of what everyone's saying, right? I don't think AD is the alpha. He won't be the 1A on a championship winning team. He's old enough where we can see that now. I think there needs to be a player equally as talented as him or more. It's going to be hard to be more after LeBron goes as far as pure talent out of AD, but they need somebody who, let's just cut the bullshit, is more of a cutthroat leader than AD. And this is not a knock on him as an individual. Just some folks they rise to the occasion when they get their buddy coming over and be like, "You ready to go? Let's get it." And then there are folks who are the ones walking over to everybody in the room saying, "You locked in? We ready?" Like, in leadership is all different types of styles, right? Kawhi don't say shit. He just points when you try to pump him up, and he said, just take your ass on. And even that is a sign. You take on the identity of your leader. You saw how the Raptors did when they were one game away from Klutch and they were walking off the court into the locker room. Them boys was silent. They were all Kawhi at that time, right? And I just think LeBron is such an infectious and larger than life personality that where it's really hard to not buy into what his vision is or just the energy and the positivity. With that being said, if AD is now just working under LeBron's schedule of how the Lakers should move and operate, that end of that Congo line is coming up here quickly. So what is the identity of the Lakers coming up here sans LeBron James? And I think Lakers fans are frustrated that we even have to ask this damn question. So with that being said, guys, we went for an hour and a half. You guys have been great tonight. I hope this was fun. You guys have a good time?
Oh, yeah.
I have
the first part was fun. Not so much the last half.
Not the last part. D, take us home. What's up?
Lakers in 7.
The Lakers in 4. Oh, that's 7. Lakers in 7.
7.
That's a hold it back up then. Hold it back up. We're gonna make this one of the screens. Lakers in 7 with double smiley faces at the end. We like it. We're gonna end on a positive note. Obviously, life in Lakerland is well, it's life in Lakerland.
Progress.
If you're new to this, welcome. You know, I think we were all a little bit of fools to think that the LeBron James era with the Los Angeles Lakers would just be the land of milk and honey and him riding off to the sunset with Tonto and no drama pop up. Hey, this is life. Lakers come with drama. LeBron comes with a little bit of drama on his own. AD is just there for the vibes and will take on whatever the feeling is of the room. So this is where we're at.
I know what Russ is doing at the LA fashion shows.
You know,
I just hope they come out the break a different team. I'm gonna just hope. I know it's not likely. I'm a hope.
But my thing is, what gives me a glimmer of hope is that the deadline is passed now. The deadline being passed, players don't have to worry about being shipped off. So they might be a little bit more comfortable on the court now. So that gives me a little bit of hope. Other than that, if I'll see that from the first, I'd say 3 games after the break.
Yeah, Lakers got 3 games.
It's a wrap.
Yeah. We have 3 games to see what their tone is.
3 chances.
A loss to the Pelicans would be the gravel over the casket.
Oh yeah.
And everybody heading back to their cars and leaving the cemetery because there's no
My
point in watching
optimism
the rest of the service.
You
But until they tell us a time of death, we still gonna rock out. We're gonna rock out regardless.
Like we always have these just glimmers of hope, like coming back from that deficit against the Jazz before the break. Like seeing games like that, it always gives us the hope that okay, maybe we're turning a corner. And then we just go and lose 3 or 4 straight to no names.
Well, if there was ever a time to turn it around, it's literally now.
Right now.
Like this is it.
It has to be now.
If it's not now, we're done. So
all right, guys, that'll do it for us. We appreciate y'all rocking with us for the first inaugural episode of the Late Night Lake Show House Party. If you guys aren't already, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We are cooking up content all week, y'all. If you're not already, make sure you are following these wonderful faces on Twitter and all social media platforms. But most importantly, make sure you are following the brand at Late Night Lake Show or Late Night Lakers. Everywhere, literally, we're everywhere. Just find us. Just type it into your computer, type it into that Google engine, find Late Night Lake Show, and however you consume your social media content, we're here for you. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. For the Late Night Lake Show family, we will catch y'all on the timeline. Have a great week, everyone. Peace.